constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. And the Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Air Force's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Here's a heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab on the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Air Force. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And man, is that... perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lincoln. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield. It's Sampson. The quick out. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing a turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Michigan! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt. And they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Throws it back. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Wolverines are on the move. Out of the gun to give to the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Shakes off the defender. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The give from the gun. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air, it's Sampson. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And it's money time. It's third and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced. Use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pocket breaking down. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the toss. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it.
He's got it inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sampson. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baker. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Sampson. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They go to the ground. Got a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. Turning on the Jets. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it first and 10 inside the 20. Runs through a tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Back to throw, it's Sampson. Pulls it in, it's Baker. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Running to the left. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his target down the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. A And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before he picked up the first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Falcons are on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Haynes. Makes the grab on the left. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Falcons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it, first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Gets it to him on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on first down. Completes it in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force. Looking for the time with the extra point. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Give to the running back. Runs through the tackle. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Baker. This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Slater. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to pass, it's Sampson. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now they take the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sampson. Caught over the middle, it's Baker. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They boot it away.
Other scores from around the country.
He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Going right to work up top. They're working that left side. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have a lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking to throw, it's Haynes. This time it's complete.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
It's complete to the left. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now 2nd down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Zings it complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He's looking to throw. Under fire. Touchdown, Falcons. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lincoln. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
To throw, it's Sampson. Got him downfield. There he goes. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.